Everyone drifting to the right. Oh, and Mitchell goes into the space left behind by the 16 scrummagers, and the bouncing ball might work for him. Mitchell gets it away brilliantly. Finn Smith, Lions in Saints jerseys.
Wow, that's a fantastic little bit of individual brilliance.
So, and Ilioni charges his way through, buffaloes his way through. Should have given the ball to Van Poortvliet. It was surely a try. Van Poortvliet keeps it going. Stewart will score. A mighty charge from the number 8. And then the backs, sprightly, scoring. Mitchell with Freeman lurking.
What was that? Not on the ball.
Chick. And Dingwall, oh, that's a nice pass, and Litchfield, loads of room on the right-hand side. Todero in again! He's getting used to this try-scoring feeling. Edo Todero, a new threat, and at the start of this season, a constant threat. Stewart and Mitchell. Stewart taps it back. Oh, Wells did brilliantly. And then it's Coles on the floor. Long way down, but it was worth the trip. Time up at the end of the first half. Saints with one last thrust to go in ahead. Under mesh. Tommy Freeman looks fine, by the way. On the other side, this left-hand side, Todero slips through again. Pearson for the lead. Saints have 3 tries before half-time in the East Midlands derby. Short, but only just. One more significant shove. Maybe from Smith, maybe from Wells. Both are working hard. Off they go, over they go. And Leicester have a second, and Leicester go back ahead.
Well, Harry Wells has had 2 big impacts that caused that try.
Oh, he's done well to stay on his feet, and that's brilliant. Away they go, Hutchinson. Lovely ball to the new man, Belleau. In the blink of an eye, Saints have covered 80 metres, and all of a sudden the threat's at the other end. Todero waiting for it this side. He might not need it. Belleau goes in. That feels more like an East Midlands derby. Well, we can hear it in our headphones. I'm sure you can hear it at home. It's got louder. It sounds like an East Midlands derby as Litchfield drives Saints that close. Here's Wright. Pearson. Mitchell. Dingwall.
It's the floor that dislodges it.
So he's on the floor. He loses possession of control. It knocks on. So, knock on, no try, scrum.
But this is where Northampton Saints could really turn the screw if they could get a big push.
Well, Leicester solid enough. There's still some work to do. And Ollie Collins does it, but gathered by Belleau on halfway. Litchfield offered himself, coming in off the other wing, but oh, Belleau's gone! I'm not sure Northampton's ever had a French Lord Mayor, but Anthony Belleau has just stamped his ticket. 2 tries in this derby for the man from France. Liebenberg under pressure from Coles, but it is Leicester ball, and again the drive, and Saints need to beware the penalty. They are digging for it, they've got it back. Josh Kemeny was there. Their best player last season, with a big moment in this first East Midlands derby of this season. Time's up, McParland can finish it here. Smith does finish it. Back as a Saint. All those Lions memories adding to the Northampton ones. And Northampton, despite a major injury issue, major reshuffling, securing the win that matters most in this and any other season. Leicester will head north with a losing bonus point.
Okay, Eduardo, before we have a quick word, I'm going to ask Ashley Hastings from Gallagher to present you with the Player of the Match award.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, Eduardo, massive congratulations. Your first East Midlands derby, and to walk away with the bragging rights, sum up the emotions for me.
Yeah, no, first game, first derby at home, it was unreal. Getting a win here with this atmosphere, with last minute working hard in the 22s, that was brilliant. I think the boys put on a great effort to get a win then, so that was good.
Absolutely. Let's talk a bit about the first half then, because it all felt a bit nice for a derby in that first half. You guys, it felt like you guys were playing within yourselves a little bit in that opening 40. Was that fair?
I think that's fair to say, but we know the structure, we know how we want to play, we know what we're going to do, so at the end of the day, we came here, we got a job done, so that's all we take away from that.
You did it. For the first time this season, you didn't race away with a lead. You had to work pretty hard. The lead changed hands a few times. And I feel Dowson was talking in the week about that mental toughness. Did we see that from you guys this afternoon?
Yeah, definitely, because first few games we were winning by the first half, and the second half we started a bit collapsing, we lose our confidence. But I think now these games show what we can do this season, because the second half we started strong, we finished strong, so that's pretty good from the boys. And yeah, the mental resilience was there.
Absolutely, and so much disruption in the back line as well. So for you guys to click as well as you did today, what does that say about you guys as a squad?
I think they're all a pretty good team, like all connected. We're on the same page, on and off the pitch. We enjoy each other's company, so that just shows on the pitch and off the pitch as well. So yeah. And
you seem to be enjoying yourself this season?
Yeah, I'm loving it. That's my first season. What can I say? I'm loving it.
We love watching you play as well. Congratulations, Eduardo. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I feel there's nothing that this group of fans here enjoy more than an East Midlands derby win. How are you feeling after that?
Relieved, I think. It's probably the best second half we've had this season, under what was potentially the most pressure. I thought Leicester were excellent. We didn't quite get it right in many ways, but we did enough.
I've asked actually, I was speaking to Eduardo about this. The first half didn't really feel like a derby from the sidelines. Did you feel like that? Did you feel like you guys were playing within yourselves a little bit, and Leicester?
I think we've got to take into context that there's lots of decision makers within our group and lots of players who've come in and that's their first game of rugby, and I think you could probably see that some really uncharacteristic errors, and again not looking after the ball potentially in the first half. Well, the second half we looked a little bit more like ourselves. I thought it was a slow game, very stop-start, and maybe that's why it took a little bit of time to get the intensity really to go through the roof.
And this week, I know you spoke a lot about mental toughness. I know that was going to be mentality was going to be the difference in the league this season. Did we see that from you guys in the second half? Because the lead changed hands so many times. It was a very different win, wasn't it, than what we've seen from you guys this season?
Yeah, exactly right. And I think that tenacity and resilience when the momentum shifts and Leicester, who are particularly good in the opposition 22, get opportunities. I thought we showed some of that grit in order to keep them out, and it just about paid off.
So 2 wins and a draw from the opening 3 weeks of the season. With all the injuries you've got, you take that, right? Especially with your Lions back now.
I would take. The only thing I'd ever really push around is our effort and our intensity. I think the quality will come as we push along with this group, and I think the work rate throughout pre-season, the first 3 games, has been unbelievable. So we've got a very good group, we've got a very connected group, and we've got a hard-working group, and I think better things will continue to come with how hard we're going. We know that it's a challenge every week in this league, and we've got to make sure we enjoy that, celebrate that, and move on to the next one.
That's Phil. Well done today.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, no one likes losing a derby day, and I know you guys particularly don't like losing to Saints. Let me sum up the emotions for me, Jeff, after that one.
Incredibly frustrated. I thought the first half wasn't a classic derby, really, but the second half was. And the things they're good at, we probably allowed them to do it in terms they prey off your inaccuracy, slight inaccuracy in that second half. I'm incredibly frustrated with some bits at the end there. I thought we were definitely on top in the set piece at scrum and maul, and it just didn't quite go away.
Yeah, you said the first half didn't feel like a derby. It didn't to us watching either. It all felt a bit nice, and maybe both teams kind of playing within themselves a little bit in that opening 4. Is that a fair statement, do you think?
Yeah, I think it's fair. I thought it was errors from both teams. I thought our collision lacked a bit of bite in that first half, and that was certainly the message at half time. And yeah, I'm incredibly frustrated.
You mentioned about the frustrations. What positives will you take out? Because you stayed in the fight to the final minutes of that game.
Yeah, we did. I thought we moved on from the first half last week, where we were bickering at each other when things went wrong. But staying in the game, we should go away from home and not just be staying in the game. And I think if we were more accurate in what we did, as any team would say, we wouldn't have been in that position.
So 2 defeats and a win from the opening 3 weeks of the season. What are the main learnings from week 1, 2 and 3, would you say?
I think the group is still getting a bit of cohesion. You know, I feel like you can tell it's a new group. I think it's a group that works hard for each other. I do. I think we've just got to get out there and make sure we are training well to make sure we are more accuracy would be my main message, more accurate in what we do.
Appreciate your time, Jeff.
Thank you.